SpaceX accused of illegally firing workers for criticizing the boss. Twitch revises its guidelines, banning the implication of nudity. And score one for the humans. A 13-year-old just became the first person to beat NES Tetris. It's Thursday, January 4th, and this is Engadget News. The National Labor Relations Board has filed a complaint against SpaceX, accusing it of unlawfully firing 8 employees involved in writing a letter that called Elon Musk's behavior on social media a frequent source of distraction and embarrassment. According to the filing, the company committed an unfair labor practice when it fired the workers for engaging in protected, concerted activity at work. It also accused SpaceX of interrogating at least one employee about the letter, as well as about the identities of their colleagues and the nature of their concerted, protected activity. In addition, the complaint said SpaceX created an impression of surveillance by showing employees screenshots of a Signal group chat several employees were a part of. The open letter at the center of this case was calling out Musk's harmful Twitter behavior before he acquired the website, now known as X. In particular, the employees raised concerns about the crude jokes he made on X about the sexual misconduct accusations against him, which SpaceX settled for $250,000. The letter asked the company to hold leadership accountable for their actions and to condemn harmful behavior. The employees involved in writing the letter circulated it within the company in mid-2022. According to the New York Times, SpaceX President Gwynne Shotwell reprimanded them within a few hours of sending it out. 5 employees were reportedly fired the next day, and 4 others were fired over July and August. The case is slated to go before an administrative judge on March 5th, though the company could settle before it takes place. If the NLRB decides that the company has violated labor laws, it can order SpaceX to reinstate workers and to give them appropriate back pay. SpaceX could appeal the decision to the board and then to a federal court, though, so it could be a long journey for the employees involved. Twitch has revised its nudity policies yet again. Twitch's VP of Trust and Safety, Angela Hessian, wrote that the latest change bars streamers from pretending to be fully or partially nude. The change comes several weeks after the company said creators could post properly labeled sexual content, only to flip-flop 2 days later. The company added the new language to its community guidelines in response to streamers implying nudity with carefully placed objects, sensor bars, or camera angles. The revised terms also ban see-through clothing, clarifying that apparel must be fully opaque on bodily areas that require coverings. Hessian also emphasized the importance of categorizing content correctly, including when streaming from near a pool, beach, or hot tub, where the full coverage of buttocks requirement is loosened. Twitch plans to eventually blur thumbnails for streams labeled as having sexual themes. Tetris is one of the most popular and enduring video games of all time, with versions on just about every console, computer, and gadget. Many of these iterations have endings baked into story modes and the like, but the original endless mode was considered unbeatable by humans. Until now. A 13-year-old boy has become the first person to, for lack of a better word, beat the NES version of Tetris, 34 years after it originally released back in 1989, as announced by YouTuber A Game Scout. The reason beat is in air quotes is due to the nature of the achievement. Oklahoma teenager Willis Gibson didn't access an authorized ending, as there isn't one. Instead, he played the game so perfectly for so long that it forced a kill screen that crashed the game. These kill screens are usually caused by an overflow error that occurs when you speed the game up so much that the software can't keep up. Gibson achieved this feat after 38 minutes of gameplay and captured the moment on video. He's the first person to do this, but not the first how should you say, entity? Back in 2021, an AI program called StackRabbit forced a kill screen with the NES Tetris. So, score one for the humans. A gameplay style called the rolling technique was incorporated, which has players glide their fingers along the bottom of an NES controller and use that momentum to roll the controller into the other hand. When done correctly, you can hit the D-pad up to 20 times per second. The method revolutionized competitive Tetris play a couple of years back. Prior to this achievement, the 13-year-old had already broken the game's high score record, level achieved record, and the total number of lines cleared by using the rolling technique. Gibson said he dedicated the achievement to his late father, who passed away in December. He also said that the gameplay session was so frantic that he could not feel his fingers afterwards. Thanks for listening. There's more to these stories and additional articles at Engadget.com. This episode featured journalism by Engadget contributors Mariella Moon, Will Shanklin, and Lawrence Bong, and was produced by Spoken Layer. Enjoy your day. I'll be back tomorrow with more Engadget news.